What's up, guys? This will be our last turkey hunt for this season. We're going to be sending you off to Kyle in New York with his friend Brad as they go out and try to get him on his first turkey.
It's May 11th. We're in New York today. I'm hunting with my buddy Brad. We're hunting a family property that he's got. Brad's found 2 longbeards in here before the season. We actually were in here yesterday. We had the camera out, and just as they started gobbling, we got destroyed with the rain. It was an absolute monsoon, so we packed the camera up for obvious reasons. We had the birds working a little bit yesterday. We ended up, I think, busting them. We were on our bellies in a bad position, so we tried resetting up, but we left them alone for the majority of the day. Brad came out here last night, was able to roost them, so if they do what they did yesterday, we should be good to go. We're going to be on the edge of a field, and they're roosted almost in the exact same spot, so hopefully when daylight breaks, we should have some gobbling, and hopefully these birds will cooperate this morning. We should have some action for you here shortly. One, two. On. That was the one I was aiming at. I'm pretty sure. Alright guys, so I don't know how we just made this happen, but so we walk in here this morning and these birds are roosted right here where we want to set up. We actually spook one off the tree. Long story short, we can hear them, they meet back up, and then we end up calling in the whole flock to the decoys. Brad made an amazing shot. I did not. He's still gobbling, and he's up top, so I'm hoping we can get him to come back into the decoys. I don't know if I'll get that lucky, but I'm not going to make excuses, but looking back on it, I definitely was not buried down on my gun like I should have been. I was trying to get the video and trying to shoot, and I shot one-handed, and it didn't work out so well, so. But he's still gobbling, so hopefully we can call him back down here. If not, we're gonna have to make a move and try to get him to come back in. But we broke the flock up, so that might be a good thing. Well guys, Brad was able to get it done this morning. Just to give you a recap of what happened. So Brad came out here last night and roosted these birds. He thought they were more to our right, but walking in to our left. And we were about 20 yards from the edge of this wood line right here, and they gobbled right here. We actually spooked one gobbler off the limb, and we just were pinned down. We had to sit down. We were basically right here where we wanted to be, and they all flew down, and then you could hear them. They all met back up. You could hear the one bird gobble, he gobble, and then they all linked back up together. And I mean, they were right behind this goblin. I mean, you could hear them walking in the leaves, and they came right down out of this here out to the decoys. As you can see, our plan was 1, 2, and shoot, and Brad was able to get it done, and I unfortunately missed. We watched the footage. I'm not really sure what happened with me. I'm not going to make excuses, but I was shooting one-handed, so I don't know if that played a factor. And Brad was a little bit ahead of me, so I don't know if the bird got boogered right before I shot. But regardless, this is Brad's second time out. Yesterday we were on these birds. We got rained out with the camera, so we chased these birds for a little bit yesterday, and we knew what they wanted to do this morning, and it worked out. But this is Brad's second time out, and just tell us what you think of the
first turkey. It was awesome.
But yeah, it's probably inch spurs, probably a beard, probably 10-inch beard, 9-10-inch beard, something like that. But this bird behind us was gobbling for a while, and we actually did a sweep of the area. I had thought I hit my bird, but unfortunately it doesn't look like I did. So we're gonna give it some time here and try to get that bird back fired up, and hopefully I can redeem myself and get a bird. But it was a good hunt. Hopefully we can get after him here in a little bit.
Alright guys, I just want to tell you, for the lack of footage this morning, these birds were right on us, and they were behind us the entire time, so I literally could not move. I mean, we had them gobbling 20 yards behind us, but we just couldn't move. We were pinned down, so that's why, you know, you're going to hear not a lot of calling, not a lot of gobbling, but they were hammering, but we literally were pinned down, couldn't move. But we're heading to the truck now. What we're gonna do is get to the truck. The bird's all tagged up, so we're gonna get to the truck, and then we're gonna come around from the other side of the property and try to get where he is and stay up above him and hopefully get him to gobble again. There was 2 longbeards. I'm not really sure. You know, we just walked the property off again to make sure, you know, I didn't hit mine and he, you know, buried himself down in the brush or whatever. So we're gonna head back. There was definitely 2 longbeards with this one. So hopefully this one that was gobbling after we shot is fired back up, or we can try to get him fired up and get back on him, and I can try to get some redemptions.
So that was an exciting hunt. As you can see, whenever you have a chance to go ahead and roost them the night before, so you know exactly where the birds are at and you're not showing up blind, it saves a whole lot of time and a whole lot of headaches, as you can see. But with that said, the birds weren't exactly where they thought they were, and they ended up busting one off like they talked about there at the end. But it still saves a whole lot of time and makes it a whole lot easier on yourself whenever you can go out and roost them the night before, if that's something that you can do. They had planned it out going with the 1, 2, 3 shoot, or 1, 2 shoot, and it just didn't quite work out on Kyle's end. Worried about getting the camera and the shot, and it fell a little bit short on the shot, but that kind of thing happens. And I know he was still excited for his friend Brad to get on his first turkey, and what a story to get your first turkey and have it filmed, something that you can look back on. I know a lot of us probably wish that we had something like that we could look back on from our first bird. But a heck of a story for him going forward. So that'll be it for this year for the turkey hunts. We'll be moving on pretty soon to some food plots and just more off-season related stuff. So stay tuned. As always, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe on YouTube.